Hello, everybody. Good day to you. It is frankly not a very good day in my neck of the woods. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time or who are unaware, my current area is under threat of a massive hurricane that is moving directly towards my location at this time. Now, it should be understood that this video was recorded following the damage from Hurricane Helene just a few days prior to us restarting shop operations and getting back to work. And this video was recorded before we learned that we were under threat from a newly forming hurricane, which as of this moment, that hurricane has developed into a Category 4, and some have even said it could make landfall or could approach Florida's west coast as a Category 5 before it reduces its overall intensity once it reaches land. Since the making of this video, we have gone into full lockdown evacuation mode and fled the appropriate flood zones and have moved inward and inland to my home, which will be safe from the storm with the exception of some probable wind damage.
That's bad.
Hello there, viewers. Good day to you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys are here. We're coming out today to start on this 1978 Chevrolet C3 Corvette. It's got the little engine, the 350 small block. It appears to be a 25th anniversary, 1953. Yeah, 1953 to 78 anniversary. That's the silver edition. They even called it a silver edition when you look up the parts for this thing. Anyway, this thing came in. It's got a blown up transmission line. I got one of those on order. Things all rusted out and it was spraying trans fluid all over the floor when we pulled it in. So we're gonna fire it up, drive it in real fast, get it on the rack, because we're gonna start on the blown up brake hoses and the blown up rear calipers. So this should be a very good video. Stay tuned, guys. Let's get after it. Climb on in this thing here. All right. Let's see if she's gonna start. This is a carbureted unit, so we're gonna give it a couple pumps here on the foot. Fire right up. Watch this. No, it died. Never mind. We have no power. Batteries. Hang on. There was an issue on this truck. Been working on trucks too long. There was an issue on this car. Something about a battery. There, they were concerned about the cables. Oh, yeah, it came out again. The cable's kind of shoved into that little connector down there, and it likes to come out, so we'll just shove it back in for now. I'm gonna fix that later. It's got a new battery, which is cool. Is it gonna start now? Yeah, there we go. Fired right up. All right, let's get the window down, get some airflow. We only have X amount of transmission fluid before it all leaks out, so we gotta get it in. Let's go. We had to call Summit Racing to get the transmission cooler lines. This thing has hard lines on it, and they are rusted and somewhat damaged, and spraying transmission fluid everywhere. So we had to call Summit, order a set of flexi lines, because the hard steel lines are a real pain in the booty to, there we go, shut that down. The hard lines are a real pain to install, and they're harder, and they cost more than the chrome plated flexible lines. So we just ordered the nice upgraded flexi ones. Those will not be here for a couple days, but we're gonna do what we can do with what we have to work with right now. So let me get this rack set up. We're gonna pull the wheels and get started on the disassembly phase. So wow, I just realized that this is moving on up. This is my first actual bring the car in and repair something video for just about a week, actually. Been a little occupied out there. All right, we're about up at a decent working height. We're gonna, like I said, strip this thing down. I've got some parts that have trickled in over there on the box. We got more stuff on the way. Step one, let's go ahead and get these wheels off of here. Okay, 22 millimeters, 21 mil, my bad. That's got interesting lug nuts. It's for the custom wheels. Let's pull all these guys off and we'll get a real good look at the goods. Whoa! It's coming right for me. The studs didn't hold it. Whoa, didn't expect that to happen. Oh, I see. We have wheel spacers. That's why the wheel fell off. Yeah, that guy. It's the wheel faller off for spacers. Here, let us bring you guys over here with me. Let's go over here. Get this other one off. Little silver Corvette. You're not gonna fool me again, wheel. There we go. Found another spacer. Yo, what's up, brother? Oh, you're not. Okay. Coming. I returned, brought in a stack of brake calipers. Anyway, wheels are off on this side. Let's grab these other two real quick like here on this side, and then we'll get started on tearing this thing down. Grab toss. These are multi-piece lug nuts. Yeah, you didn't see earlier, there's this big washer looking business on them. See that? Kind of an odd design. Don't fall off. There we go. Oh. Hey, look, another spacer. Get that out of here. Yeah, it's looking kind of crusty in there, you guys. Let's get, let me grab that front wheel real quick. We ended up going a little farther than the basic needed repair. We're going full rebuild on this one. Hoses, fluid, calipers, rotors, and brake pads all the way around. Something curious, I learned that the front and rear pads, calipers, and rotors are the same part number on this Corvette. It's not unheard of, but it's also somewhat rarish. Another spacer here, got all four. Tink. Moving in for the close-up. Yeah, we can see there's all kinds of fluid soaked and embedded into these pads. The calipers are leaking. Look at all that fluid there on the rotor. Yeah, that's pretty crusty, nasty. We're gonna lose all this right here, including those hoses in there. All right, let's start tearing her down. I'm being snuck up on. There's a wife unit out here lurking. What is this? Yeah.
Anytime the kids want to watch TV, just say.
Give them that. Yeah. Here, tune in. Tune in. It's 10 p.m. That's awesome. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I think it's, well, it's on Justin's car. Maybe it's Justin's. He likes that old stuff, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Panasonic. Look at that AC/DC 4-way TV. How about that? That's pretty cool. Yeah, seriously. All right, I'm gonna go to work. Let's get this done. So if we take a look in here, we're gonna see these calipers have a hard line straight to them. There is no caliper bracket because these are multi-piston calipers. There's two pistons here, and then the fluid communicates to the other side just through channels in these two pieces. These actually bolt together. But then the entire caliper is gonna bolt on to the axle spindle back here. Now, all that being said, like I said, there's a hard line, which then runs over and that connects to the soft line. Now, since we have to disconnect this here at the hard line, I'm just gonna go in there and throw some vice grips on that line. That way all the fluid doesn't drain out of it, and I'm not making a big drainy mess, and that'll also make it easier to do the fluid exchange later. Now, normally I would say be very cautious when putting vice grips on brake lines, because you can break the interior of it and collapse the line. But since I'm putting new ones on there, I kind of don't really care. So anyway, here on the internal area, I need to find the bolt. I believe those are it right there. So I got one bolt there, and then its counterpart bolt. Yeah, right there. I see her. Okay, let's get It's like 17 millimeter or 5/8 or something like that. It's probably 5/8 because this is not really a metric vehicle. All right, first and only time ever we're doing this around here. We got a line wrench coming in. I don't use line wrenches, but on this particular application, that is the exact correct tool. Get in here and get that to come out. I'm glad these aren't rusted, because what they'll do is the fastener will rust to the line, and then it'll make the line twist and break the line off. Then you got to build new lines, which is not ideal. And now we witness the polite words of the line wrench. See how you got to just reset every time? I don't like those. Here we go. You know, this is oily and greasy. I'm gonna get some gloves. I want gloves. Got some new deep well sockets. I don't have very many chrome shiny ones, so I got these from the Mac tool truck. He hooked it up. Mac Tools appears to be making an effort to break back into the market. We haven't seen them in a while, and I'm starting to see some of their trucks and products coming out again. That's fun. There we go. Just kind of walk it off. Oh. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Thought I was loosening for a second, or tightening. Okay, that's not coming off easily. Tool change. Time for impact action. Got it. It lost the battle. So now for that other one, a little harder to do. I think I got it right there. Good. That one's out. There's the fastener. Let's get out of this wheel well here. Back it up. This guy. There she is. And here is our leakers. Look at that, pistons. Both of them right there leaking everywhere. Not okay. Set this thing aside. Okay, let's see if this rotor's gonna come off. Yes, I do not have to hammer it. Good. Come here. I'll hit you with a hammer. There we go. Oh, wow. A little rough in there. There's appears to be no more parking brake. That's been deleted. If it's, yeah, there's the lever for the cable. There should be shoes in there, but there are not. Here. Throw that down. So, this thing used to be, those rotors used to be screwed on, and it looks like they had to drill the screw out. You guys see that metal sticking out? I'm gonna polish that off. Yeah, there's the back side of the rivets or whatever was in there. Some kind of device. Okay, so I'm gonna knock down those little pieces of metal sticking out with a carbide here. Then we'll come in and sand it all off. Loud noises. There we go. Okay, switching out tools to the little sandy bit. Scuff pad. Knock the sand off of here. Or sand. Rust. Words. It's rusty sand. Excellent. Now we'll get the area around the studs. Much more better. Okay, let's wash it off a little bit. Some brake clean. Make it sort of shiny-ish. That'll do. So I've got Justin outside over here. He's got the new calipers. We're gonna get him painted up. How's your paint job coming there, brother?
Yeah, getting all taped up.
Taping them up? Nice. That's gorgeous. It will be. We got red. That's what they came with, was red, so that's what we're gonna do. Make them red. So here, let's move on over here and disassemble this other side, then we'll move on to the front. Okay, right rear caliper. Now that hard line, it's got a bit of a bend in it. Now I fear damaging it. Anyway, I got a clamp over here going on for the brake line. Line wrench slippage. Weird. Okay. And that's because I'm using a 10 miller line wrench and not a 3/8. Let's try a 3/8, see what it does. There we go. Yeah, this is a not a metric car, guys. I've been asked, why is it I don't have many SAE tools and it's all metric? And the answer is quite simple. With metric tools, most things you do, even if it's standard fasteners, you can get away with metric tools. And on top of that, most cars are metric. And there's not many standard. This is a kind of an oddball one. Now I need an open-end wrench because I can't turn that. A little stubby 10 milli. Got it? Good. Okay, let's back it up some. I gotta go in there with my my big-ended tool here, and we're gonna get those bolts out. Reverse mode. I'm on the front one now. Got it. And that bottom unit. Got that one out as well, looking good. Put that up there on the drive shaft for now. Yeah, there we go, look at that one. That's covered in brake fluid in there. Seal's leaking all over. That's nasty. Okay, caliper's gone. Rotor's next. And that one's not wanting to go anywhere. Pry hammer. It was the closest thing in reach. There we go. Just as crustomatic as the other side. Got some metal sticking out. And the last time they had these off, we got 4 of them to grind off this time.
That was a big one. One more. Nice and shiny-ish. Okay, a couple more tool changes. Back to the this wheel. that one's kind of prepped and ready to rock and roll. Moving on up to the fronts next.
Okay, front one. Like I said earlier, these are pretty much the exact same as the rears. Let's get this turned. So I'm kind of cheating because I don't have to take the pads out of these. Now, these front ones, they're not as bad as the rears, but we still are going to pay some TLC to them. So I just noticed something that might make this more difficult than what I assumed. I'll show you in a second. You pull these bracket bolts out. Got two of them here. Let's see what these look like. I know they're not leaking, but they're not fantastic looking either. Yeah, that pad's starting to come off the backing plate. Yeah, we're putting new ones on it. No worries. Now, what I was talking about is this business right here. I need someone to explain to me. Oh, I see how we're doing this. So these rotors get riveted to the hubs while the hubs are disassembled. And what had happened is someone drilled out those big rivets and turned this from a bolt-on application into a full floating application. That's what we're doing here. Now I see. So yeah, that's supposed to be one thing. You can't change the rotor off the hub. So that means these rotors have never been off the car before. Unless someone put new hubs on it once, which, I mean, that's possible. Well, time to get the drill. Looks like I'm drilling out rivets. So real quick, let me gear up to do that. I want to take an opportunity, take a moment to acknowledge something real quick. Not long ago, I was doing some work on a skid steer, and I had to grease the thing, and I was using a manual pump gun. And I made a comment about, hey, nobody send me one of these because they're expensive. And somebody went out and they spent a lot of money on this. I didn't see a gift receipt in it, but you know who you are. This is a Milwaukee M18. It's 18-volt electric grease gun. And they also sent me in that package some of the no-release clips. So when you put your grease gun onto your fitting, it can't come off. And I was really taken back when I got this, because this is a caliber of an item that one would be thrilled to have on Christmas Day, let alone on a Tuesday. So to the individual who has donated this unit to us, I appreciate that so very much. And I'm going to use it on this car today. But I wanted to take this time to, thank you for what you've done here and to convey my appreciation. Yeah, there's the lock and lubes. Two of them, those are the locky, the tips or whatever. Came with a charger, which is awesome. That's the dual charger, because I run both batteries. And like I said, this one's the 18-volt, which is fantastic. We're going to stuff this thing full of some Amsoil and try it out in this Camaro later on. Electronic powered grease gun. The irony is it comes in this fantastic case, but you know how nasty grease guns can get? Like, it's going to be an effort to keep this thing clean like it should be and kept in its case. But I'll take care of it, fear not. I might not keep it in the case forever, but I'm definitely going to keep this thing in tip-top shape. I promise you that. Anyway, let's go back to the Camaro. Okay, back at the car. Time to start drilling holes and big rivets and breaking stuff. This is going to be good. Move you guys over here, and I'm going to go find the drill bits and get after it. Throw some lubricant on there. I don't want to smoke my drill bits, and I tend to smoke some drill bits every now and then. Now, what we're not going to do is comment generator this, talking about left-handed drill bits. I'd sue you if you did that to my car and any of this other stuff. This is the way. That's how we're going to do it. I'm not going too fast. I'm not going too slow. My bit wasn't tight enough, though. There. Drill bit clickage.
I think that's through. We'll find out later. Next. Got into 4 of them pretty deep, uno mas. And we'll try to hit with some hammers. Alright, we are drilled. Let's see if we can't break those stuff off
Okay,
there.
so I'm gonna bash this with a hammer, and hopefully it'll want to break these, what you calls them, it'll break those studs off. Rivets, words, it'll break those off, and then this rotor will come off here. Loud noises. Negative. You must escalate violence. I will now utilize the assault hammer to escalate the level of applicable force. See if we can't break these off. I win. Getting closer. I knocked the cap off it. I'll put that back. So clearly, there's some other factor here preventing this from easily coming off. Probably some finesse. I went a little hard with the force. Maybe I need to ask it nicely. First brake job in 40 years. There we go. It's off. Woohoo! Okay, more loud noises coming in with the carbide. I'm gonna come over here. Better angle for the shrapnel. I wonder something. Hang on a second here. There could be a chance that I can just knock these rivets all the way through. Let me try it real quick. It might work. It might not. Yeah, not a chance. Nah, they're not gonna budge. Staying with the grinder. There is no other way.
Beautiful. Okay. Switching tools. Let us polish and make it shiny.
Okay, I've got one of the rotors in hand right here. Bear with me. I'm holding the camera and the rotor at the same time. Let's see how that thing fits. Very nice. Good fitment. All right, that one's on. We got one more corner to disassemble. Let's head on over and semi-circumnavigate the little silver Corvette. We'll get this side torn down next. Okay, rotor removal numero dos. I know we're out of order. I didn't take the caliper off yet, but since we're busy drilling and destroying, let's keep doing that.
Good bite. Leverage. Fatigue. Massive fatigue in the forearms on this one.
All right, that's kind of deepish. Getting out the assault hammer once again. Let's change out the bit. Just got a little round nose bit in there. Air Supply. Not the band Air Supply. Had some good songs back in the day.
Maybe one good song. The way that was working so effectively is at the base of the rivet. When I shoved this thing in there, it actually spread this thing open and made it larger, and that's what broke the connection between the shank on the rivet and the bottom of the head on the rivet. That's actually what broke it. That combined with a little bit of twisty twist action, it came right off. So, let's get our wheel cranked over. We'll pull this caliper off, last one. And then we'll get everybody disconnected and changed out. Especially the hoses. Like, this all started with hoses. There was like one cut brake line, and now we're going full bore on it. Let's see. Good. Check this out. There's a huge lip on this pad right here, because this pad wasn't fitting well with that rotor, and it was sticking out past the edge of the rotor. That's a new one. Let's throw that down there. Bag it up. Let's bash this unit with a hammer. Manual impact.
Okay, more grinding. We're almost done with the loud, annoying parts. Bear with me. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're doing the front and the rears in a different type of fashion. We're gonna slide these rotors on. I'll get the other one on there on the other side too. It's fairly eventful. So what I shall do is we're gonna get the replacement caliper and get that loaded with its pads, and then get that hung up with the hose attached to it. We will then come over here and unscrew the hose from the hard line and just make the hose connection once the caliper is already in place on the vehicle. That way we're not sitting there with a bunch of fluid dripping everywhere and making a big old mess. Okay, let's grab another rotor and just get everybody hung up. That way the parts stay unpacked and disconnected and all that good stuff. Put that one on there. And then, let me see, I'm gonna grab that one. This one goes. Oh, come on. Does this not line up? There it goes. I was off. I was trying to put it through that hole, and that's not even not even right. Okay, 4 rotors hung on the vehicle. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and feed the hose in. And we'll get this caliper into position here like so. Looking good. One of the bolts, we're gonna hang it on the spindle. I know it's inevitable that this paint's gonna get boogered up, but I'd like it to be at least perfect for the moment. I'm trying real nice to, or really hard to be nice to it. Okay, 1 bolt, and our second bolt, a little lower. Okay, that one's on. Not really. Now it's on. Okay. Too long. My extension is messing me up. Get in there. Wrong angle for the dangle here. There we go. Okay. It's actually looking really nice. I like it. So next, we'll pry bar those pistons in, I guess, and then slide the pads into their new home. So, how am I gonna do this? Slide that one in. This presents an interesting type of challenge. The pistons don't stay in, but I've got to push them in. What do I do? Look at that. And I've got to slide this thing in perfectly, so I can't really get it at an angle. And once I get one of them in, I can't get the other piston to go in. That's weird. I might have to figure out how to go in behind it, maybe? I don't know. Take it back off? Odd. What do I do? I have an idea. We'll install the brake pads with a piece of cardboard. Maybe, just maybe, that might work. Probably not, but I think my head's in the right place, right? And all that talk about trying to do this gently, and I'm over here jamming stuff in with pry bars. That's absolutely fantastic. Yes, let's gently pry bar it all together. Let's try some finesse instead of force. A smaller piece might fit in there a little better. Yeah, there we go. Finesse. So now I'll put one of the pins in just to make sure this thing stays where I want it. On the floor. Yay! Pin gravitas. Okay, that's one pin and one pad. Yeah, it's a pin pad. There we go. That one, that piston doesn't want to move. That's the one I was having trouble with earlier, and I was like, hey, we'll just pry on it later on, right? There we go. A little stuck on stupid. It just needed some encouragement. I need some encouragement. Come on. It's close. It's very, very close. And I lost it. Reach up from the bottom. Yep, I can push it from the bottom on the bottom piston, but the top one, maybe I'll push the top one in first. Try that. Lost it. This is actually starting to really chap me in the badoosie. Not gonna lie here, I'm getting frustrated. It's so very, very close. I'm reaching in on the back, pushing the piston in, and I think using a wheel spacer hammer, I think I got it. Because everything is a hammer. By the way, you guys sold out of my Everything is a Hammer t-shirts at the merch store, rainmanrazorpairs.com. I had to order more of them. You guys bought those up quick. It went right back to where I started it from. Booger that up real nice like. There we go. Okay, that's one pin, one set of pads, one rotor. Fit me looks good. I'm happy with this. One down after I get the hose back together. So what we're gonna do, we're running out of time today, by the way. Just like to put that out there. We're getting up there some on the time frame. What we're gonna do is spin this around and swap out this hose next. That's been nice and boogered up right there, the fitting. Can't say I appreciate that. But what we gotta do is unscrew that, unclip this, unplug this, plug this in, clip it in, screw it in. Now that fastener there has been tore up from the floor up, so we're just gonna put some pliers on it, crack it loose. The rust is minimal, but that's been rounded off. This should start spewing brake fluid any second now. Seriously? Okay. That's the clip. Here she is. Now the caliper is coming down with it. Okay. Let's just get that started so it slows the leakage down. Put the clip back in to hold it. Everything is a hammer. Second best seller at RainmanRaceRepairs.com. Because everything is a hammer, including sets of torches, if used properly. We're gonna make a living with your hate in your heart shirt, talking about how it will cause you to die in mind, body, and soul. What do you guys think about an anti-hate shirt? You wanna get one? They're gonna be coming out soon. I might actually set these up for pre-order. We'll see. Anyway, that is one unit ready to rock and roll right here. So, except for the bleeding part. Justin's helping out. He's got the hoses on the rear units, so we need to hang calipers and pads. And the other hose, this hose is on. That's good. He's got both of these there. And I'll get that one up there. That was different. Don't take that one off, please.
Okay.
Because, yeah, that can stay there. That's fine. I'll get this one. I tell you what, you want to grab your calipers and your set of pads and start loading see if you can't load those pads in, and then just hang them up over these rear rotors, and I'll go ahead and knock out that other front one. Sound good? Oh, man. Actually, I got to get my Amsoil plug in for the day. So I'm going to go ahead. I am an Amsoil dealer. That's what I sell here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up that grease gun and switch gears real quick, because I don't want to bore you guys with the meticulous same content. And I know you wanted to see this thing fire up. So before we close this out today, let's bust out this unit right here, get it loaded up and powered up and in action, and see it go to work. This thing's got grease fittings on there. The Camaro does, or the Corvette, whatever it is. It's got grease fittings that look really dry, and I don't think they've been greased in a long, long time. Why am I being defeated by Velcro? I don't appreciate this. Cut. Okay, let's see if I can figure this thing out without reading the instructions. We got a holster for the hose. That's kind of cool. There's our trigger, lock and unlock. It's got a work light on it. That's pretty cool. Now the business end, I'm assuming this functions like a regular gun. Yep. Pull that back and lock it in. And then we unscrew the tube. Yeah, it's been tested. There's been test grease installed. Cool. Which end goes in first? Remove cap, insert this end in gun. Well, one side has the metal ring on it and the other side does not, so we're going this way. Insert, screw it in. Oh, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Push that guy back down. You gonna go? Maybe I should read the instructions. Maybe it'll go by itself. Or I'm doing it wrong. There it goes. Got it. Okay, let's throw the battery in it. It's loaded up. Let's let it rock and roll. Stay there. Slide that unit in, give it a click. Now, this isn't the battery that came with it. That's another 1.5 M18. The one that came with it is charging, but let's give it the first start up here. Send it. More grease. There it goes. Ooh, this thing is like timed to decide how much grease to put in. Watch this. See that? You give it a shot, and it pumps out X amount. Let's turn it down at the wheel and see what that does. It's down on 1. Ah, see that? One little squirt. Okay. Interesting. Nice tool. Let's try it out on the car. Okay, here at the grease fitting, it's one of the tie rods. Let's just wipe that off. We don't want to pump dirt inside of it. Stick that on there. Fire it up. Ew, it got me. Okay, so that was on 6. Probably turn it down to 4 for the next one, I think. Okay, let's go to the other outer tie rod on the other side for another demonstration. There it is. Okay, we'll give it a wipe. Wipe off the tip. Stick that in there. What did I say, 5? We'll do 4. A little bit more. I turned it down to 2. That's better. Nice. Let's see, I'll do the upper ball joint. I turned her back up to 6 on this one. Send it. See the boot expanding? One more time. Excellent. Okay, so first impression, my unbiased opinion, this Milwaukee grease gun, the electric one, is far superior to any like crank pump gun that I've ever used before. That thing is, that's the bee's knees. I'll tell you what, I like it. And thank you again for saying that to me. I will cherish it always. It's one of my new most favoriteest tools. So anyway, guys, I think y'all have the gist of this right now. I want to get to a stopping point, I think, get this thing sealed up. This has been a little bit more work than the typical brake job. It's a little bit more complicated, and we had to do some cosmetic paint work on it. There's probably definitely going to be a part 2 on this, because I got to do those transmission line installations, and I might pick up and do more video work on the rest of these brakes. But for the time being, I think we're going to call it good right now, and I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. So in doing so, as always, I will thank all of you guys for watching this video, especially since you watched here to the end. I really appreciate that. It's good for algorithm things. So are the like buttons and the comments and the subscription statuses as well. Those are all good AI things to help out the channel. That way YouTube knows what kind of content this is, and it also knows what kind of potential other viewers to send said content to. Anyway, that is regardless, or anyway, or cut. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, if you want to help the channel out, give me that like and subscribe button. Throw a comment down below. Don't forget to share this video with anybody that might have one of these that's interested in doing such a thing in the future. And on that note, like I said, I'm closing this one out. See you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Head over to RaymanRaysRepairs.com. Check out my new t-shirts. Check out my coffee. I got some stickers and other cool fun stuff in there as well. See you guys later. Have a great day. In a video, in a transmission, end of Corvette Stingray. Red paint job, brake job.